These real-time strategy or commonly in short RTS games are some of the most approachable and addictive strategy games around, and I have put together a list of my favorites. Well, here are 10 best RTS games in 2023 that you can play on PC and console. Without any further ado, let's get started. War Selection. War Selection is an addicting pseudo-historical massive multiplayer RTS game that builds upon gameplay elements developed by other previous major games in the genre such as Age of Empires, Rise of Nations, Empire Earth, etc. In general, War Selection is a classic RTS game that focuses on macroeconomic, technological, cultural and military development culminating in huge militaristic clashes between up to 62 other human players. Victory conditions can vary by game type, but is generally achieved by destruction of all opposing players' town centers or by construction of a wonder of the world, which after completion must be held for 20 minutes. Massive in scope, players can potentially progress from the Stone Age to modernity with 8 subsequent distinct historical eras. Throughout their progression to modernity, players continually will make choices to develop their civilization's own unique cultural identity, morphing from a generic Stone Age culture into any one of many possible modern-day countries, evolve from a Stone Age tribe to a distinct industrial nation with unique game mechanics and battle for supremacy with dozens of players on a unique procedurally generated map. During the course of the match, the player is at first able to select a particular culture, and then a specific country. This allows to showcase the entire historical diversity of human civilization within the game. Each evolutionary path brings its own unique game experience. Depending on that path, game mechanics and other possibilities are expanded. Having passed through 7 historical eras, the player reaches the age of heavy tanks and long-range artillery. The game features more than 100 buildings in more than 200 distinct land, air and naval units. Northgard. Northgard is a strategy game based on Norse mythology in which you control a clan of Vikings vying for the control of a mysterious newfound continent. After years of tireless explorations, brave Vikings have discovered a new land filled with mystery, danger and riches, Northgard. The boldest Northmen have set sail to explore and conquer these new shores, bring fame to their clan and write history through conquest, trading, or devotion to the gods. That is, if they can survive the dire wolves and undead warriors roaming the land, befriend or defeat the giants, and survive the harshest winters ever witnessed in the north.
Building finished.
Iron Harvest. Iron Harvest is a real-time strategy game RTS set in the alternate reality of 1920+, just after the end of the Great War.
Engineers do it better.
They're shooting at us!
Mark your targets! Moving to covered position.
The game lets you control giant dieselpunk mechs, combining epic single-player and co-op campaigns as well as skirmishes with intense action on the battlefield. For multiplayer fans, Iron Harvest is the classic real-time strategy game fans have been waiting for. Tradition clashes with scientific and technological progress, while Europe is still recovering from the brutal battles of the World War. Cities are being rebuilt, and in the countryside, the era of the Iron Harvest has begun. Farmers are uncovering the remains of the majestic walking machines that had fought on the battlefields of the Great War. In the midst of this chaos, a new threat appears that will put Europe's very existence at risk. Secret forces are putting everything they can towards destabilization of entire countries, determined to set the world on fire once again and finally seize control.
Lieutenant, you are being assigned to Colonel Arnold for the duration
Supreme
of the
Commander.
probationary period.
Supreme Commander is a real-time strategy video game designed by Chris Taylor and developed by his company, Gas-Powered Games. For 1,000 years, 3 opposing forces have waged war for what they believe is true. There can be no room for compromise. Their way is the only way. Dubbed the Infinite War, this devastating conflict has taken its toll on a once peaceful galaxy and has only served to deepen the hatred between the factions. After centuries of struggle, the battle for supremacy has at last reached a turning point. Under your strategic command and leadership, Will your faction reign supreme? Will you be victorious and elevate your race to domination? Or will you lead them into the hell of defeat and ultimate extinction? Supreme Commander has you attempting to wrangle peace out of the chaos that the galaxy has known for so long. You'll have to use every last brain cell to come out on top against the AI and the devastating weapons they wield.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Command and Conquer Remastered. Command & Conquer and Red Alert defined the RTS genre 25 years ago and are now both fully remastered in 4K by the former Westwood Studios team members at Petroglyph Games. Includes all 3 expansion packs, rebuilt multiplayer, a modernized UI, map editor, bonus gallery of unreleased FMV footage, and over 7 hours of legendary remastered music by Frank Klepacki. As an exercise in reviving one of the best old games and giving it plenty of modern updates, and the Command & Conquer Remastered review says it's an outstanding remaster.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Building.
Clearly, the developers are fans of the games that popularized the RTS genre, and this is a loving tribute.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Building.
Starcraft 2. Starcraft 2 is a titan of the RTS genre. Starcraft 2 is a sequel to the real-time strategy game Starcraft. Starcraft 2 is free to play multiplayer and the Wings of Liberty campaign are free, and all co-op commanders free until level 5, except for Jim Raynor, Sarah Kerrigan and Artanis, which can be played up to the maximum 15 level. The story of StarCraft 2 continues on the story of the original StarCraft releases, dealing with the races of StarCraft and characters of StarCraft. Internet access is not required to play the game, but is required for installation.
Mineral field depleted.
Manor Lords. Manor Lords is a premium strategy title for PC by game developer Slavic Magic. It is a real-time city-building game with a medieval theme to it. In it, players will be able to experience a gridless and organic building experience that allows them to plan and create however they want. Manor Lords is similar to other titles like Age of Empires 4 or Cities, Skylines and gameplay mechanics. What makes it unique in its own right is how it lets players approach the game in any way they choose, completely free-form and without any kind of building restrictions, large-scale tactical battles, and complex economic and social simulations. Rule your lands as a medieval lord, the seasons pass, the weather changes, and cities rise and fall. Grow your starting village into a bustling city, manage resources and production chains, and expand your lands through conquest.
God hold them!
To rescue Urson, you must do so from a place of
Total War Warhammer 3. Total War Warhammer 3 is a turn-based strategy and real-time tactics video game developed by Creative Assembly and published by Sega. Like its predecessors, Total War Warhammer 3 features turn-based strategy and real-time tactics gameplay similar to other games in the Total War series. In the campaign, players move armies around the map and manage settlements in a turn-based manner. Players engage in diplomacy with, and fight against, AI-controlled factions. When armies meet, they battle in real time. The game will also have a custom battles mode where players can create customized real-time battles, as well as online multiplayer battles. Frozenheim. Frozenheim is a serene Norse colony sim with real-time combat and rich settlement management mechanics. Become an earl of a Norseman clan and write your own saga that will last through generations. Live out your Viking fantasy in Norse folklore-inspired mythical realm. Frozenheim is a serene Norse colony sim game with settlement management mechanics offering multiple progression trees to balance as you maintain and expand your settlement. Prepare for brutal real-time combat that will put your tactical skill into a test.
Touch him down!
With a single-player campaign spanning over 4 heroic sagas split into 21 story missions, free-form city building mode, survival mode, skirmish mode, co-op and competitive multiplayer up to 8 players, Frozenheim will keep you immersed in your Viking fantasy. Age of Empires IV. Age of Empires IV is a real-time strategy video game developed by Relic Entertainment in partnership with World's Edge and published by Xbox Game Studios. The game is set during the early Middle Ages to the early Renaissance. Age of Empires IV is an inviting experience for new players with a tutorial system that teaches the essence of real-time strategy and a campaign story mode designed for first-time players to help achieve easy setup and success, yet is challenging enough for veteran players with new game mechanics, evolved strategies, and combat techniques. Challenge the world, jump online to compete, cooperate or spectate with up to 7 of your friends in PvP and PvE multiplayer modes that include ranked seasons and much more. Choose your path to greatness with historical figures, live the adventures of Joan of Arc in her quest to defeat the English, or command mighty Mongol troops as Genghis Khan in his conquest across Asia. The choice is yours, and every decision you make will determine the outcome of history. That's the end of our list. We hope you find something enjoyable to play. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and comment below. Subscribe Easton OK to get more about the best games. See you on my next video.